Well, good evening everyone. Is anybody there?
Hello.
Come on guys, say hello! Hello!
Hello.
Come on, guys, you can give us a wave.
Bonjour! We're not in France for you. Right, we've got anybody watching? Not as yet, so we'll give it a few seconds. Hopefully we will have people watching us. We might meet in the tea. It's a lovely day outside, so obviously we're not as busy as we would be usually. We've got quite a good turnout. Thank you guys for turning up.
We've got two.
Right, hello you two people. Welcome to Kickback Recovery. We are a lived experience recovery organisation. We're a charity based in Sheffield. I'm sure most of you know that now. We just need a couple of minutes for people to join us. This is our first live recovery education. Yeah, got 5. Hello. We want to try and get as many as possible watching this. So if you can share this, people, share it to your recovery pages, share it to your friends. Sally, we want to be sharing it on our members group. We have got a private members group called Kickback Recovery Members Group with 3,200 people on there worldwide. This page alone has 22,500 plus worldwide people. Hopefully we want to get you guys watching from different countries. We're in Sheffield, which is a city in England, United Kingdom. And we are a registered charity in Sheffield. We are a lived experience recovery organisation, and we're proud of that. So just want to show people at home, Sally, how many people we've got here. We have got a handful of people, I'm not going to lie, you know, we don't want to be on camera, but we want to keep safe. Say hello everybody! Hello. Well done to the camera lady, first night on the camera. Well, we've got a new tripod as well, lovely. Over £100 that cost, so it was a good investment. So yeah, how many have we got? Please.
12.
We've got 12, so we're going to start in a minute. So we're going to go about an hour. We're going to be talking around recovery stuff, recovery-based stuff. Like I said, we're a group that help people with substance misuse problems. That could be food, that could be alcohol, that could be drugs. Even though alcohol is a drug, it could be, like I said, food, but it could be, also we've got people, lovely people here, recovering from toxic relationships. So we kind of support those people as well. Mental health, dual diagnosis, where we've got a good team, haven't we? Yeah? Hello! Yeah. We've got an awesome team, yeah?
18.
18 people, thank you 18 people. Please share this page, invite people to like it. We just want to get this word out. This is our first ever live education. We do this every Thursday, we do this every Friday afternoon. We do 1 hour before our meeting starts. So what we're going to let you have a little look about how we do our education stuff, but the private stuff, the shared time where people share what's going on for them, we keep that safe, so we will be cutting you off. But this evening, when we finish doing this for the first hour, we're going to start Sheffield Wednesday. This is where we are tonight, we're at the Hillsborough Stadium. But even though it's not about football tonight, we're at the Sheffield Wednesday Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield. There are some people waving that. We're collaborating with the Sheffield Wednesday Community Project, and they very kindly let us have free run of this, the hub, and it's brilliant. So we'll do an hour in here. Then we've got a guy called Rob, who's part of the Sheffield Wednesday team, not actual football team, but the staff. He's lovely, isn't he? He's lovely, he helps us out. He's going to come in, he's starting a 12-week course tonight. We're talking about nutrition and how to exercise properly. You know that, Dan, you know, yeah? What's it called?
Fit Stars.
That's the one, Fit Star. So we're going to be starting that. So it's a busy night for us tonight. So how many have we got, Sally? Should we start or?
19.
19. So we're going to start. So welcome to Kickback Recovery. Once again, we're a lived experience recovery organisation. That's what we are. We're a registered charity based in Sheffield. I work there. We've got volunteers. We've got a lot of volunteers here tonight, service users, and I can't do it alone. We've got Sally as a trustee. We've got a team of 7 trustees and business organisers. And it's a great organisation that we've got. So right, so let's start. What we do at Kickback, I said we're alright, we go around the room, we do an icebreaker, an introduction. What's that then? So an icebreaker, an introduction is where people get involved. You know, we work a programme of, it's a spiritual programme, it's not religious, and we work a programme of connection. The spiritual stuff is just like doing the next right thing, you know, being a good person, leaving that old behaviour behind. and just doing what's right. And the connection stuff is getting involved with these meetings, we get involved, we leave the isolation behind from active addiction, mental health stuff, and we make the effort, put the action in, we come to Kickback and we get involved. And this is what it's about, connection and a programme of action. Yeah, and that's what gets us well, what keeps us well. So right, we're going around the room, we're going to connect. Why do we do it? It gives service users, members an opportunity to connect to the group and say a little bit about themselves. We'll keep it quite short tonight, because if you don't want to get involved with this, like all of my friends over there don't want to, you can just say my name is whatever your name is, and if you want to, if you don't, you don't. But we're going to start with, Sally, we start with our friend John.
Yeah, my name's John. Suffering from PTSD, anxiety, and a bit of depression, former paramedic, and loving this group.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Danny. I'm a recovering addict and volunteer. Yeah, I'm good today. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm up for it. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Sharon. Few issues and family affected. Good today though. Had a good couple of weeks. Glad to be here tonight.
Thank you, John.
My name is Sue. Mental illness, depression, anxiety, social anxiety. Love being here though. Thank you.
Good stuff.
Hi, I'm Kate. I saw Mick this week as I was laying in bed on social media when he went live for the first time, saying, get out of bed and get your arse down here, so that's why I'm here.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Come on.
Hi, I'm Bridget. I suffer with complex post-traumatic stress, and this group's helped me a lot. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brendan. I'm an alcoholic. Thank you for today.
Good stuff.
Hi, me, volunteer kickback support tonight.
Hey, I'm Will, long time addict here, making my life better.
Good stuff.
Hi, my name's Ash. I'm a recovering addict, suffering from depression and anxiety, and I'm really glad to be here.
Good stuff.
Hi, Stephen, manic depressive. I broke down 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm trying to rebuild my life with the help of Kickback.
Well,
Cheers.
does any of the anonymous lot want to say anything? Do you want to cheer at the same time? If you want, just. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so like I say, you come to Kickback, we do celebrate recovery, we do make it visible, we do put it out there on social media, you know, that's what we do. It's not for everybody, but for some of our service users, members don't, and we respect that and we look after them. So don't think like coming to Kickback Recovery, coming to the meetings, you've got to get on camera, you've got to perform, it's all singing and dancing and that. It's not at all. It's only for the people who are proud of the recovery, want to celebrate it, make it visible, but we do understand other people are proud of the recovery, but because of jobs and families and stuff like that, they don't want to put it out there, and we respect that, so well done everybody. So we've got a good team tonight. Sally, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Sally, trustee at Kickback and the company secretary. Help me with all the admin and the day-to-day running. Thank you.
Filming.
I'm filming, yes.
Filming, yeah. So yeah. My name's Mick. I'm at Kickback. I'm recovering. Could I say I'm recovered? You know, at times I might say, yeah, I'm recovered from drink and drugs, porn addiction, but addiction shows itself lots of symptoms daily. You know, it could be food, it could be people, it could be places, things. You know, there's always something where it's showing its symptoms. So I'm recovered. And I don't know, they've still got lots of work to do around mental health, still got lots of work to do about obsessions, and sometimes, yeah, a lot of work, you know what I mean? But today I'm alright, you know. So right, welcome everybody, right? So right, today we will be talking around the importance of goodwill and gratitude in recovery from addiction. Just before we do go into this, a few weeks ago I passed my level 3 in education and training, and I passed that, and I thought, yeah, we've been doing this stuff for quite a bit, but we wanted some qualifications just to back it up, and since then I've just started a degree in teaching and education. I ain't got all the answers, I ain't got all, you know, I'm putting myself out there and making myself vulnerable, open to criticism. That's alright, you know, everybody, you don't have to like me these days, I'm alright with that, but what we're doing as a team, is putting something together as a group effort. Like I said, we were a lived experience recovery organisation. Look that one up, it's just brilliant stuff, yeah. So we're going to start with this. Everybody alright with talking about, guys, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, the importance of goodwill and gratitude in recovery from addiction. And it's really, really important. We're going to go into it and tell you why, yeah? Yeah, I will. Okay, in active addiction, whether we ever truly grateful for the good things in our lives. Let's remember that, you know, we had good lives, we had partners, we had a lot of good jobs, life was good, you know what I mean? We were We got into drugs, some of us at an early age, some of us a bit later on, like, you know, addiction can come at any time in our life and it affects different people, skinny, overweight, rich, poor, we all know that type of stuff, yeah. But when, you know, when we were in active addiction, when we were using, we put drugs first, whatever drug it was, you know, and we weren't really grateful for anything. Anybody remember them times?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Will, tell me about it.
Well, it's, you totally take everything for granted. I mean, me personally, I had literally everything fine for me. I had every creature you could ever imagine. And was I grateful for any of it? No, I felt like I deserved it just for being me, even though I was doing fuck all to deserve it. So, totally screws your perspective, big time.
Nice one, Will, thank you. Anybody else? Danny?
Yeah, my life was full of ungratitude. Do you know, I have got a beautiful wife who I nearly lost, and I've got beautiful kids who adore us and respect us, but my addiction took over in a way where I basically lost a lot, threw it away. You know, where there was raging that much in us, everything else just fell away. And like, when I look back now, I can't believe it that I did that. And it was ingratitude, you know what I mean? It was like I was ungrateful for the things I have. Got a beautiful house, you know, and nothing mattered. It was just went out the window, you know. And until I got in a place where I could start changing my thinking and start like living this attitude of gratitude. Do you know what I mean? To me, it's like being grateful for everything now. You know, the small things, the big things, the things that come my way, the things I have. You know, I have to live like that now.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
Thank you, Danny. Anybody else, quickly? Yeah. For me, I'm extremely grateful. You know, very self-centered. You know, even so, probably right addiction. You know. Yeah. Never grateful. I didn't even know really what gratitude meant, to be honest. It's just all about me. I'll leave it at that. But I will expand a bit later on when we get through some more PowerPoint stuff. Moving on, Sally, please. Okay. Brendan, can you try and be a bit quiet, please, mate? If that's all right. You know, I'm not. Yeah, please. Most of us thought that the world owes us a living. We all get to remember that, don't we? Yeah? Yeah. All remember that. We wanted what we wanted when we wanted it. Yeah? So here at Kickback, we keep it really simple. You know, we just keep it really simple, understandable. We have newcomers coming in all the time, and that's how we do it. You know? So, anybody want to expand on that stuff? Definitely for me, I always thought I had a chip on my shoulder. You know what I mean? I had stuff going on from home stuff, from being 12. You know, I got told something I didn't like what I heard. I started experimenting with solvents and gas and drugs and alcohol to numb what I was feeling. I was hypersensitive, like we all are, really sensitive people. And I used stuff for escapism to numb whatever I was feeling. And that went on for years. That went on until I was 47-year-old. That on resentments towards certain people from being 12 to when I was 47-year-old. You know, I was using class A drugs, locked away in a room, numbing myself, obsessing over porn, all drugs, people, you know, that type of thing. Yeah. Everything I wanted around writing active addiction, I wanted it now. When I want it now. And I worked on that. You know, I got stuck into money, I got stuck into working. That was all addiction. You know, obsessing over materialistic things, getting out there. I wanted a nice car, I wanted what other people had. And I went to some dark places to get that. You know, I risked my liberty, at the time prison sentence, to get those type of things. You know, all that. When I look back, when I learned about addiction, that was addiction from an early age. You know, giving me feelings. Girlfriends give me feelings. I wanted a better girlfriend, a nice looking one. I wanted a nice car. I wanted a better watch. But whatever I got, it weren't enough, and I wanted more. Because this is an illness. This is the disease of more, and give me some more. As we all know, yeah. Anybody else want to touch on that? Anybody? There must be somebody.
The top one, I felt opposite to that.
Right. Do you want to tell us about it? Steve, please.
That time, I knew the building only living up to around and sort of look the wrong way and try and do the best you can. But I think that's why I part of my downfall that I didn't get to where I thought I should be and stuff. and I can handle it. You know what I mean? But I never thought the world owed me a favour. I just thought we were a hard place, still do. I think it's very hard.
So do you think, Steve, you think you have really big expectations about where you should be?
Oh, massive.
Yeah, climbing that social ladder, the circles you were moving in, the amount of money, the lifestyle you should be living.
Yeah.
Do you think you have these high expectations?
No, I'm willing to die for it.
Right.
As I proved, do you know what I mean? I ended up, got sectioned. I worked for the caravan, I'd have been dead. Then I ran a complete breakdown. So I didn't think the world owed me anything. I wanted to work for it. Do you know, as I say, I was a workaholic as well. I never stayed in the house. Went to work, went to pub, went to work, went to pub, went to casino. Went to our house, that's all I ever did, until my body couldn't do it anymore. But I thought I was doing the right thing by not thinking the world owed me a favour, and I tried to go out and get it myself.
But what about that second one, Steve, that we wanted what we wanted when we wanted it? Yeah. You get that, we all don't get that, don't we? Yeah.
And that sent me in, not getting that, sent me in not a nice person.
Yeah, I think we all were. For me, I was angry with the world. I was an angry teenager. And I acted out in certain behaviours, rebelling, which got me in trouble, which got me in juvenile courts, which got me eventually to prison at 16, which was, I'll be honest, it was quite a scary experience, you know, to be in a army prison at 16, whole prison, you know. Yeah, should we move on to the next one? Everybody alright with you so far? We're all alright, yeah?
Thank you.
If you're not, if you want it slowing down, is there anything you want to explain in that? Ask me and I'll try and do it the best I can, yeah? So we're all alright. So here we go. I just mentioned this earlier. Self-centeredness is the spiritual core of our disease. When we talk about addiction, some of us have just come out of 12-step rehabs. Yeah, Ash, yeah. A few of us have experienced a 12-step rehab. Some people work a 12-step program, some people don't, that's alright, kickback. Some people, you know, have gone in their lives, some people don't, kickback, and that's alright. So, the self-centeredness, I touched on that, all about me and more me, all about us, self-absorbed. Everything has to revolve, especially around me. Anybody else want to touch that one? I'll just touch on that one as well. Our obsession with self was deep-rooted. All about us, the core of our illness. That's what kept us poor then, that's what made us poor then. It's just about us. Anybody?
These last two slides encapsulate two things for me.
One.
Entitlement and impatience.
Right.
We feel the world owes us something because we're entitled to it. We think we can walk out of school into that £100,000 a year job. We think we deserve that flash car and that Playboy model girlfriend. And that's bollocks. You don't deserve anything, you deserve nothing. And the self-centeredness goes to part of it. What the last one said, I want it and I want it now. It's impatience. And that's why the mental health crisis is so bad now, because kids are being brought up completely entitled and completely impatient. They like see the £1 million a year job at the top of the mountain, but they don't see the mountain with long time to get there. And it's the same with addiction. You see the end goal, be it if your addictions work, for example. You see the end goal and want it, but you don't.
You don't want to put the work in to get it, yes. It's needed, yeah. And that's same with recovery stuff as well.
Well, yeah.
I go back to that with recovery stuff, but you know, when I'd had enough and I was poorly, I still went again, like we all did, and still went again, whether it were food, whether it were toxic relationships, whatever it were, whatever gave us these feelings, we said, I'm not doing that again, but we do it again, somebody felt alright, and we do it again, and we had to come to a place where we were that exhausted with it, we'd had enough, the pain was unbearable, and we had to stop. That created change, didn't it, you know?
Yeah, no, I meant recovery, not addiction.
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. But it's also that expectation, you know, like Steve said, walking out, I deserve this. I don't expect it, I deserve whatever it is. You know what I mean? We fantasise, you know, don't they? For being young, and it don't have to be romantic or sexual, we fantasise about life, how well we're going to do, and we're going to have this lovely home with white picket fence and 2 dogs and all stuff. I did for years, you know. I talked to a girl, I thought, this is it, I wonder what how's her dad going to like me? You know, what's going to, you know what I mean, and stuff. So I really talked to her. But a bit of a fantasist, well, a massive fantasist, to be honest. But that was probably, I've heard people talk about their first addiction was fantasy. You know, getting lost in fantasy. And then we had some stimulants now, or some substance, and it gets powerful stuff, doesn't it? Yeah?
It becomes believable, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Yeah.
And when it doesn't happen, that's when we feel it and we get resentful towards it's her fault, it's his fault, da da da. And you know what? I'm going to start drinking. I'm going to drink on my own, I'm going to sniff cocaine, I'm going to smoke crack, I'm going to do whatever, I'm going to inject or whatever. I'm going to throw myself in. I'm self-absorbed in something, I'm going to stroke the ego, I'm going to stroke my ego, whatever it is. Acting out on Facebook, flirting about, acting out in negative behaviours for some people. You know, we talk about, yeah, I'm not going to say that, but I'll be honest, you know what I mean? This is not coming from a place of ego and being big-headed and that. I'm talking about girlfriends and getting girlfriends, and sometimes you might be chasing you and so I will chase these girls. A bit of my addiction were having a girl chase me, you know, playing hard to get or playing a few off at the same time. I'll make myself vulnerable here, you know, over the years, I'll play her, and I'm like, oh, this is giving me feelings, I'll play hard to get, and I've gone at it and stuff like that, but look at the damage I was doing to people. Yeah. I was hurting people, I was stealing off of, you know what I mean, and I'm ruining their lives, and I'm feeding off that, you know, quite that, how unwell is that? You know, I've had to do a lot of work on myself. Today's not like that, you know. Anybody else before we move on? Are we all on? We all know where we are? Yeah. Everybody alright with that? Yeah, if you're not, just say, I don't know what's happening, please explain to me what's happening. Just mention this, me, and more me. It's all about me, yeah? Active addiction, not even to be an active addiction for some people. You know, for some, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? We've all met people, we've all been that person themselves, haven't we? We all meet people, it's all about them. You don't even have to be using drugs, you don't have to be using drink. You know, self-absorbed, making it all about me. Yeah. Our wants and our needs became demands, and we ignored the needs of others. Forget everybody else, it's all about me. Yeah? This stuff that I want, I'm going to make it demands, whether I'm in a relationship or I want to do this and I want to do that. I'm telling you now, this is how it's got to be. But if you're not, you know, I'm going to start doing whatever. You know, getting people at it. You know, acting like a fool. You know, feeding off that. You know. Anybody else want to touch on that stuff? We've all been there. Everybody in this room's had a bit of that. You're not one person. Come on then, let's talk about it. Danny?
Yeah. Massive, man. You know, when my addiction was at its worst, it got to the point where I was neglecting everybody around me, you know what I mean? It was like, I get tunnel vision of what I want, and everybody else just falls by the wayside, you know, and I got neglected, especially my family, who needed us the most, and it breaks my heart where, like, I let them down big time, you know what I mean? Because it was like, it became obsession, it became tunnel vision. I wanted to get, like, to block the world out, basically, and everybody else could sort of just do one, do you know? And it is, I'm still repairing the damage from that in my relationship with my wife, my kids, do you know? And it's, I can still do that now. I can, like, focus on something, and when I focus on something, I become obsessed, do you know, where I just, like, everything else just blurs, and if I want that, whether it's a new jumper, whether it's a new shirt, well, do you know what I mean? I just sort of, like, lock onto it, and it's not good, because, do you know, neglect became a big thing, you know, like, you know what I mean, where I just ignored other people's needs. But now I'm repairing that. Do you know what I mean? But my narcissism was just rife, you know, where it was all about me. The world was all about me. And I was trying to micromanage the circle around us, which exhausted us to the point of, like, sort of nearly breaking down. You know, so yeah, it's massive.
Brilliant, yeah. We've all manipulated, haven't we? We've all played people, we've all self-served. We have, haven't we? Yeah. To get, you know what I mean? We get what, you know what I mean? I want it, and I'll work it, and I'll do anything to get the outcome that I'm wanting. You know, we could end up in prison, we could end up arrested. Yeah. Some of us end up selling his bodies, you know. You know, so it's true, isn't it? True story. Yeah. You know what I mean? Of course, yeah. You know, for some, selling drugs, risking your liberty, you know, risk taking, and some of us we're buzzing off that addiction, risk taking. Oh, I got buzz off that. Yeah. Adrenaline, whoa, you know what I mean? We're right tickle that. I love a bit of that. Shoplifting, early recovery, I'll be honest. Came out of rehab, you know, not using drugs, you know, more working on myself, but for some reason I started licking Toblerones at, you know, in Tesco, you know, like the cashier slipping the Toblerone. What am I doing? I don't do that, but it gave me this feeling You know, this risk taking, I'm in recovery, what am I doing? Well, I'm not, you know, not paying for a parking ticket, you know, in town. Oh, yeah, well, should you really? You know, you have to pay for a parking ticket. Oh, sorry, you know, I'll have to work that. You know, these feelings. Always ended in like, pain, you know what I mean? Luckily, I haven't got enough shoplifting, I've stopped that, you know what I mean? But just little things.
Yeah.
You know, risk taking, you know, I can get away with this and get away with that. Today, life in recovery is not what I can get away with. I can't get away with lots of money. If I go to bed at night, you know what I mean? For me to sleep, I've got to think about what I've done. You know, it's your conscience. I've got a massive conscience in recovery like we all have. You know, I've got faith, you know what I mean? God sees everything. I'm not getting away with nothing. I'm not sticking that porn DVD on, I'm not doing that. You know, it might sound boring for some people, but for me, I've got a good life. I don't have to act out in those certain behaviours to get these feelings. I get feelings from good things. I'm a good person. You know, I looked at some stuff a few days ago, and it were on about, you know, clever, you know, like, because I'm doing some education, it's around, you know, like these clever people. And you might have read the same thing down here, it's like, I read it this morning, one morning, and it's like, there's enough clever people in the world, but there's not enough good people.
Yeah. Come on.
You know what I mean?
It's wise people.
Why, no, there's not enough good people, but you know, but then you're on about anybody can kind of be good, we're on about it's different for wise, you know, something like that, we're a bit wrong with it.
Smart and wise, wasn't it?
Is what, sorry?
There's lots of smart and intelligent people in the world, but very few are wise.
That's correct, thank you. Thanks for helping me out, Sally. Right, yeah, we're alright, we're all same thing, yeah? Moving on, Sally, please. So to get well, when we come into recovery, we want to get well, we've had enough of that whole life. You know, acting out, using, drinking, messing about, hurting people, using people, manipulating, self-serving. So we get involved. We come to an organisation like Kickback, Lived Experience Recovery Organisation, might go to rehab, might go down to CDC, Sheffield Drug Services. We've had enough, we want to change his life. So we start working a bit of a spiritual programme like we do at Kickback, not religious, spiritual, you know what I mean? So to get well, we need to pull out the deep roots of self-obsession. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to let go of all that stuff. Yeah, work on ourselves, put some action in, get involved. Yeah, team up with a recovery buddy. For some people, might go to an anonymous fellowship, get a sponsor, a bit of everything, cherry picking stuff. Yeah, we need to do the opposite of what we were doing. So when we're doing all this selfish stuff, we need to let go and do the total opposite. That's what we need to do. And we need to put that into action, and that's the kind of programme we need to work in, yeah? We need to do the opposite of what we're doing. Be kind. Be good people. You know, anybody touch on that?
Yeah, well,
Come on, Danny, again.
I think, yeah, now, like for me, where like I have a deep faith, where every morning I try to let go of the obsession of me, because it's there. Do you know what I mean? No matter how long you've been clean, it's like sort of creeping over your shoulder, and you have to put that action in. Where you say, right, I'm actually letting this go. Do you know, and take action instead of just floating through my day. I have a course now where I'll look for opportunities to help people. Do you know, because like I just walked around just focused on me, my needs, what I needed, you know what I mean? And I was always on a mission somewhere to get what I needed, when now I stop and I sort of observe the people around me. I didn't have my head down, which I did in the past. My head would be down, I'd be on a mission, and I'd be on a straight line. Now my head's up, and I'm observing the people around us. You know, I'm looking for opportunities to help people. Do you know, that sort of really feeds my soul when I can like sort of, whether it's help someone across the road, whether it's help pick somebody up, or help somebody get some stuff out of the back of their car and put it in the garden. It's a good feeling. Do you know, it's like that's the self-repair I need, and it's given away instead of receiving. Do you know, because we were takers. Do you know, this is like sort of, it was take, and now I try to like live that life where I'm trying to give. Do you know, so it's just sort of like switching it around, cutting off the roots that I want to like just focus on me and my needs, and I need this and for me. And now looking at that, taking my eyes off myself, which it's therapy for the soul. It's really good stuff.
Nice one, Danny. So we need to change. We need to change ourselves. Yeah, this is a program of change. Yeah, what do we change? Everything. You know, let's leave that old that old self behind. We need to come.
Change one thing,
That's
everything.
it. It's everything, yeah? You're alright with that, yeah? It's getting a bit warm, isn't it? You're not sweating. Yeah? It's alright, yeah? Right, moving on, please. Here we go. We might have to speed up as well because we're toxic. So, in recovery, we begin to live a life based around spiritual principles, yeah? Doing the right thing, you know, thinking less of us, more about others, you know. We apply the principle of goodwill in all we do. So we get up, you know what I mean? We're nice, we try to be nice. I know not every day is a good day. But in everything we do, we need to remember that a spiritual principle, goodwill. Yeah, in all we do the next right thing. You know, we'll talk about what we're doing now, yeah? When we face a moral choice, we learn to do the right thing for the right reason. You know, when we've got to make this choice of what we're doing, or what I'm going to do about this, a moral choice. You know, we do the right thing for the right reason. We don't self-serve, we don't manipulate, we don't like control, try and bend stuff to get what outcome is desired by us. Yeah? Anybody touch on that? Somebody else must want to get stuck in. Anybody else? If you don't want to, it's not a problem. So that's what we've got to do, yeah? We keep that goodwill stuff for us then. Sally?
I think for me that's that principle of goodwill. It really helps to take that focus off that self-obsession. So you become in the new habit of focusing on others as well as yourself, and it stops that unfairness, that pity party, that victim mode, because all of a sudden you begin to grow empathy and you begin to grow compassion, and you yourself become more at peace by doing that.
Correct. Good stuff. So just be mindful, guys, when we all like get involved with it, so just be mindful of, you know, like share time. If you're all going on a little bit, I will just say it's nice as possible here, because we are, you know what I mean? Right, so I think we might work. But if I do say that, or show that, it's just like, you've got to do it.
I like how you hold that up when I talk.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So we're alright with that. Is everybody on track with what we're doing, yeah? Yeah, so for the people at home who jumped on, we've been doing these for about, this might be about his 8th week now, so we started doing recovery teachings for the first hour of
3 months.
3 months, 12 weeks, yeah. So we've been doing recovery teachings, because we felt that we should do that. We felt the need, you know, it helps me, now I'm doing this degree, I need 100 hours, working hours, as part of the qualification. But we'll carry on with it. You know, we've done work before in schools and colleges. We've done some really good work. Been into other organisations, and we pitch what we do and how we do it, and it's good stuff. And it's helping a lot of people. Is everybody right? Do you think it is helping a lot of people?
Yeah.
I think it is. Do you think we're enjoying it?
Yes.
Yeah, you think we are? Yeah, good. So we're all learning. I'm learning. You know, like I say, I've got all the answers. I make mistakes quite a lot. I always will, you know, but it's good what we're doing. For many years, we've been going for 5 years. We'll be celebrating 5 years on November the 11th. You know, good stuff. And we'll, you know, as a peer-led community. But we're into this now. I'm going to say it again. Lived experience recovery organisation. We've lived it. We are experts. We've lived it. You know what I mean? Even you don't have to have these big qualifications. You know what I mean? We've lived it, haven't we? Leroy. Yeah. Leroy. I want to say it again. Lived experience recovery organisation. Leroy. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. So right, we're all like that. So here we go. The persistent self-centeredness of addiction is losing its hold on us. So, you know, if we start working, if we come to kickback recovery, we go to, it could be AA, NACA, whatever. We could go and have some time, like Ash has done, in a 12-step rehab. He's fresh out a week or so ago, he's a bit quiet tonight. But we could take ourselves off and think, you know what, I've had enough, I want to surrender from self, I've had enough. You know, you're saying that your way of thinking, my way of thinking always got us in trouble. Whether in a toxic relationship, whether we end up in a room with needle in us, or whatever, you know what I mean? Or waking up in the island on a cycle or something, you know, in a pool or whatever, you know. We work and let go of that self-centeredness. It's not about us no more. You know, I mean, let it go, you know, me, let it go. You know, you're poorly when you think like that. And when we do let go of that self-centeredness, being self-absorbed, and we're working a bit of recovery program, whatever recovery program that is, you know what I mean? Live and let live. You're now living in the solution, not the problem. Tonight, we're living in the solution. We're at a recovery meeting. This is the solution. You know, sat at home, isolated, sniffing, doing whatever. That's the problem. Stuck at home arguing. You know, with whatever. You know, not at a meeting. You know, sat at home, acting out on your social media stuff. You know, it's like not healthy for you. You know, it's getting me nowhere, but we still do it. I do it. You know, like view. Sally, how many people's watching you? Please. No, that's how feed me. You know what I mean? It's not healthy, is it? But tonight it's all about education. It's not about me. It's about us. You know, this is why we're doing this. For the people at home, people who can't get out, people with mental health issues, anxiety, depression, who can't, you know, get on a bus, who can't get in a taxi, who can't drive, whatever. You can watch this. You've got over an hour of stuff, some positive stuff, yeah, to watch. So yeah, we're all on there, yeah. So give me some examples of living in the in the solution. What do we do to live in the solution? Somebody else besides Danny.
I come to meetings and we with other people that
Ash, you want to say something? You don't have to if you don't want to. Anybody else?
You can phone people.
Yeah? What are you going to say to them when you phone them?
Just with me is, I got in touch with my friends and we got in touch with you. And straight away, you give me a warm welcome on the phone and tell me your addiction, how you were. I told you mine, and I come here. And ever since, you guys have been brilliant.
And how are you feeling tonight, Brendan?
All right, yeah.
Yeah?
Positive.
Yeah. I spoke to a guy, Sally, you have a go.
I think for me it's about making that time out each day for others, not just for myself. So whether that's being of service, whether it's doing something that people might not even know that I'm doing, it could just be doing a bit of number crunching for kickback or something, but it's taking that focus off me. And I think also, you know, for friends and for family, just checking in with them and for no ulterior motive other than how are you? And having that 10 minutes just to listen if they need it. And again, just taking that focus off me and my life and just being there for others as well.
Okay, good stuff. Okay.
One of the things that's cropped up over the years for me is that some people don't want you well. People quite like you being sort of easily to control, they're doing all these good things, but actually not taking a piece of that pie yourself. And I'd have thought to that when I was coming down here, I know grace is undeserved and unmerited favour. But I've got a lovely son at home, he's 15, and I owe it to myself, and I owe it to him. The best gift that I could give him is a healthy me, and I think just this week I just thought this is it now. Yeah. But I have noticed that some people, when I start moving towards that freedom thing, I remember when I packed smoking in, I'm at people, my friends, not my friends, I don't know if they offer me a flag, so it's sort of finding a new tribe, really.
Yeah.
We did a topic, I think, a couple of weeks ago around that stuff. There is people out there, when we start getting well, people who they're not in control no more, partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, stuff like that. You think, this person, they like, recorded dependency, coerciveness, people want to be in control, don't they? When you start getting well, and you start getting yourself washed, clean, doing your hair and jumping in a car to go to a meeting, it's like, this person is getting themselves well now. They might leave me. They might get well and decide, you are the problem. You're part of the problem that's keeping me unwell, and I'm going to get well and I'm off. There's people in this room who there is, yeah. But like that, yeah.
Neil Chamberlain says that living in the solution for him is volunteering, helping others. It helps him to remain humble and gives him purpose and routine.
Good stuff, Neil. Well done. We need to see you, Neil, if you can. Get to one of these meetings. Yeah, we love it. You'd have a big warm welcome. One of you guys.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. So we're all right there. Today is about living in the solution, not the problem. Program of action. Putting the action in. Yeah. Getting, every day doing something positive for his recovery that feeds the recovery. Being aware. Whatever we get involved with, whoever we get into bed with, whatever way we go, is this situation, is this person, is this whatever, is it feeding my addiction or is it feeding my recovery? And we've got to choose. Let's go down the recovery thing. Let's keep in the solution. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Shall we move on to the next one, please? Everybody all right so far? Yeah. Okay. Going through this process, we begin cultivating, growing gratitude. So we start letting go of all that self-obsession. We start working a recovery program. We start putting the action in that's needed to get well. In all that, we become quite grateful. We like ourselves again. We love ourselves again. I'm grateful to Kickback. I'm grateful to whatever rehab. I'm grateful to friends and family for coming back round. You know what I mean? I'm living this program. I'm in the solution. I'm getting well. and I'm grateful. You know, I'm back in gym, I'm eating alright, I'm looking healthy. You know what I mean, Danny, you look well, you're getting all nice, that. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling, isn't it, yeah? So if someone is grateful to go on the road of recovery, then it's less likely they will relapse because they are empowered to move forward. If we're feeling alright, we're grateful, we're feeling good in ourselves, we're less likely to think, you know, I want to change the way I feel. You know, if we're feeling crap, we're feeling depressed, we're not doing the right things, we're living in the problem, and we don't feel good, so I don't like how I'm feeling, so I'm going to drink on this. I don't want to feel like this no more. I'm going to ring the deal, I'm going to look for that number. Yo, John, have you got that number for blah, blah, blah? I'm going to go back to it. Yeah, we're going to go back to all that crap. Start looking after yourself, we get grateful, we start cultivating gratitude, we're growing it each day. When we feel good, it's less likely to relapse, you know. I know we power over people, you know, and what goes on, I get that stuff is quite, we're going to talk about that for a day and a half, you know what I mean? We can, but if we work in this kind of programme, and that's what we're working towards, we're less likely, hopefully, to relapse, yeah? Right, can't read that. Okay, thank you. So, being grateful for all they now have means they can now face life on life's terms. So when we become grateful, when they have, it's like us. When we become grateful, yeah? Talking about gratitude now, we're moving on, hopefully we're in the recovery programme, we're leaving all that negativity to get hopefully behind, working the programme, you know, each day doing something positive, coming to meetings, helping other people, yeah? We become grateful. Life will always throw events at us, always. Life doesn't stop. Just because we get clean, we get well, it doesn't stop, life doesn't stop. We don't, it's a process, it's a journey. I don't think we ever get to that destination. So we're constantly working on ourselves, day in, day out, to become better people, you know, to be growing spiritually. Yeah? So when life presents a challenge, they see it as an opportunity to grow and not an obstacle. Whereas before in active addiction or we're not working this programme, everything that's thrown at us, whoa, that's something, an excuse to stumble. You know, we lose a loved one, a girlfriend, a partner finishes with us. You know, we feel that pain, that upset, that grief. I don't want to feel like this no more. I don't like how I'm feeling. I'm going to buy a bottle of wine. I'm going to do whatever to change the way I feel. To get me through what's life's thrown at me. We don't want to be doing that. You know, yeah? Anybody talk about that? Please.
I think being grateful to me has given like a solution almost to things, and in those scenarios where things are hard, you've got a solution then. You look for that solution rather than looking for the problem, and that solution, you know, because you're positive and you're grateful. And when I first came here, for example, when I first walked into Kitback, I was so surprised and overwhelmed by how grateful everybody was. And that gave me a lot, and it really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like everybody else, it's contagious. Yeah. It's contagious. Yeah. And if you're like that positive, and
inspires you.
Absolutely. Empowers. Yeah.
Thank you. Brilliant stuff.
David Rourke, who's watching from home, says when he got his job, they asked him why he wanted it, and he said it's because I'm grateful for my recovery. At the time, he thought it sounded so bad, but it was honest, and he actually got the job. Gratitude is so important.
Well done, David. David is a good friend of ours. He really helps us. David, I'm speaking to David today. You know, a lovely guy. You know, there's some other people who work closely with us, some professionals, and have helped Kitback Recovery what it is today. You know, if I need an answer or something, I'll get in touch with these guys. Thank you, David, and thank you for everything you do, and all the other guys at NHS Group Services. Thank you. Right, so anybody else on that? So when life throws an opportunity, you know what I mean? Let's see it as an opportunity. We're living clean. We've got whatever we've got going on. We've got spirituality. We're alive. We're feeling good. You know what I mean? We grow out of stuff like that. You know, these obstacles. That's where we grow. We feel this pain. We feel that I'm not going to use it. I've done it lots of times in my recovery journey. That's powerful stuff. She don't want to see me no more. She don't want to know me. Well, that person's fell out with me for whatever reason. I'm like, whoa, that hurts. That really hurts. I haven't picked up on it. I haven't been bought, whatever. I've sat with my feelings. I've sat with it. You know, it soon shall pass. No matter how powerful that feeling is, no matter how it has to peak at some point and it has to drop back down. A week or so after, I'm like, wow, but I got through that. I didn't pick up. Wow, I've grown out of that. You know what? Whatever life throws at me now, if I ever picked up drugs and drink on that, what I've just experienced and gone through, then I'm never going to pick up drugs ever again. Believe me, life will throw something else at you again. It's like, oh, please, you know what I mean? Why me? But I don't pick up on it. We don't have to pick up on it. We grow from that. We become really knowledgeable, spiritual people. Yeah? You all know what I'm saying. We're all right with that? Here we go. Positive thinking can influence positive behaviour. With gratitude comes a less selfish attitude. A bit like what Danny was saying, yeah? Brilliant stuff. Positive thinking. Let's stay positive. Let's stay, you know what I mean? No matter optimistic, yeah? Let's keep working this programme, you know, let's get to meetings, even when we don't want to go to meetings, even when we don't want to see a drug worker or psychiatrist or counsellor or whoever we see. We go there, we get involved, you know what I mean? Yeah? With gratitude comes a less selfish attitude, yeah? Yeah? We're struggling for time a little bit, so we have to... Everybody alright with that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Brilliant, good stuff. So here we go then, so now we're going on to a bit of the positive stuff, you know, of gratitude. So this is, according to Robert Emmons, which is a professor of psychology at the University of California, Davis. So here we go, we're going to talk about some stuff that this guy wrote, yeah? So we haven't got that, kick back on the road. We're going to kind of use this, yeah? We're alright with that, yeah? So we go, the practice of gratitude can be can have a dramatic and lasting effect in a person's life. Yeah, it can. The study of gratitude states that a sense of gratitude gives many personal benefits. It does. It's better than all that negative stuff and putting your head over your blanket and getting under a pillar and, you know, and hiding away. You know, we become grateful, we're happy, you know what I mean? We're positive. Yeah, we're alright, yeah. We're going to go on to some stuff now. Sally, please. So here we go. See, these are some of the benefits, yeah? Physical benefits. So we work a programme of gratitude. We wake up every morning. I'm grateful today. I'm grateful for everything in my life. I write down a list of all the things I'm grateful for. There's like 10, 15, 20, 10 things, yeah? We look at them and think about, yeah? So that gives us physical, stronger immune systems. Yeah, I need to remember all this, yeah? Reduced sensing of aches and pains, yeah? It lowers blood pressure, increased interest in exercise and taking care of health. I want to go gym today. I feel like, I want to get back in gym. With them shorts, you know what I mean? And we all know what benefits exercising does, yeah? Because we're going to do something in a bit. That's what we're going to do. Better, more restful sleep, psychological, yeah? Increased levels of positive emotions, feeling good, feeling great. Come on, let's have it, yeah? Of being more alert, alive and awake. Increased sense of joy and pleasure. We're feeling good, we're enjoying it. You know, obviously that person, I'm happy for you. You know, that goodwill. She's doing alright, she's passed her exams and all this. Oh, I'm so happy for you, I'm so happy for you, good, nice one. Instead of when we're like feeling, when we're like, oh, why did it happen to her? You know, we're a bit become spiteful and not angry and not nice, yeah? When we practice gratitude, we're happy for everybody. That shows we're in a good place. When we're not happy for anybody else, that's when we're in a bad place, and that's where the work lies with self. That's where we have to work on ourselves, yeah? So here we go. So increased feelings of optimism and happiness, yeah? Increased desire to be helpful, generous and compassionate. You know, well, down there, you know, I'll come and help you cut your grass, and, you know, like you said to me, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's good stuff. Increased feelings of forgiveness, that's massive forgiveness, yeah? That's what we have to work, that's key, forgiveness, yeah? For a lot of us, yeah? Increased interest in being outgoing. Let's get out there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Reduced feelings of loneliness and isolation, yeah? We'll get some of that. They're the benefits. Yeah? Anybody want to touch on it? We've got 10 minutes. Should be alright. Anybody? Okay, we'll move on, yeah? Practicing gratitude not only affects the thoughts and behaviours of those suffering from addiction or dual diagnosis. You know, you've got addiction, you've got some mental health stuff going on at the same time, you know what I mean? We've got love, yeah? In recovery, but it also has a profound implications on the way we interact with the world around us. Gratitude allows an individual to celebrate the present and be an active participant in life. Come on, we're in life, we're in it. Yeah, we're here, so let's make most of it. We're in it, aren't we? You know, we're in it for a long time if we look after ourselves. You know what I mean? But there are tips for practicing gratitude. So just move on to these, please. Sally, thank you. So 1. Keep a gratitude journal, we just talked about it, innit? You know, like have a little, I'm sure Kate has one of those. You know, sure you do. Keep a gratitude journal. Recall moments of gratitude daily by recording 1 to 3 things.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, take photographs of this, guys, and you know what I mean? At the end of the day, write it down, what you've been grateful for today. Yeah, and think about it, and I love it, yeah. Including people, places, objects, moments, and successes. Journaling your gratitude moments becomes a habit, and the mind shifts into permanent, in a way of being, yeah? You shift from that old negative type of stuff, all this stuff. If we practice it and work it, this all becomes habit, yeah? Like the drug taking, all that became a habit. This good stuff can become a habit, yeah? 2, focus on what is important. Concentrating on the people around you and your relationships is a key part of long-lasting happiness, yeah? We talked about that, being aware. But that one out, so it's being aware of what's happening around us. You know, having that, whoa, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that. You know, I need to stay away from that person, or stay away from that place, and put myself in some safe situations, or, yeah? We all know that stuff, yeah? Right, 3, appreciate the small things. Think about the things you take for granted, and what life would be without them. Like at the beginning, what we talked about, you know, like stuff that we took for granted, now being in recovery, being clean, living a clean life, we're grateful for everything. You know, think about, remember those things, yeah? Appreciate them, yeah? You will have a renewed appreciation for the things you do have and people in your life, yeah? So we respect them, we appreciate them, yeah? We love them, yeah? We don't want to lose them, we respect the friendships we've got today, and we nurture them and look after them, yeah? 4, share your appreciation. Think about those that have made an impact in your life and share your gratitude with them. A lot of people have made an impact in my life. You know, rehabs, friends in recovery, you know, going to those meetings where people met you with open arms. And I'm like, oh, what's happening here? Why do they want to help me? What do they want my telephone number? They're after something. They want something, you know what I mean? Like, what's happening here? But really didn't want nothing on what they ever wanted. Like we do, keep back, all we want is you to get well. Yeah. We're not asking for subscriptions, we're not asking for big money. We send a part around, it's £1 if you can afford it, if you can't. So what? You know what I mean? All we want is you guys to get well. That's all we want from you. Yeah? Give back, and that's what we do now, that's what I'm doing now, that's what we do at Kickback, we give back, we be of service, we help people, we carry that message of recovery to those still suffering. Yeah, and what was given freely to us, we give back, yeah? 12 step stuff, yeah? Express your gratitude through volunteering, and that's what we've got at Kickback. I started off as a volunteer for years, with no money, no pay, nothing. I did it, part of my giving back, that really helped me. You know what I mean? I've become grateful, you know. I left all that old life behind and got stuck into this new life, and we talked about that change, what you had to change. It's changed everything. You know, you don't have to fall out with everybody, you don't have to be horrible, you just step away, you start living this new life. Yeah? And that's what you do. If you really, really want it, you'll put the action in that's needed to get there, yeah? If you don't want it, if you're fanning around and you're not going to get the results. You get out what you put in. Yeah. We all know that. If you don't put nothing in, you're going to get nothing out, yeah? It's a programme of action, and that's what we have to do, yeah? So once you feel the needs are met and you have a strong sense of gratitude, your capacity to give to others will increase. You get yourself well. You know, when you service, we've got service. Service starts with self. We look after a self-worth. We get a self-well first, yeah? Come to Kickback with poorly, with vulnerable. Yeah, get a self-well. Fill his cup up first before we can pour into anybody else's, yeah? That's a must, that's the first thing. Once you've got that cup and it's full, and you know what I mean, you can pour a little bit, just a little bit into people's, and that's what you do, yeah? But you have to be mindful of pouring too much. You know what I mean? You have to, yeah? We get carried away. Right, next one please. We're all right with that, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You done?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Right, that's it. So that's today's teaching, or education from Kickback Recovery. What we're going to do, we're going to do this. We're going to go around the room again, and we're just going to do like a checkout. So why do we check out? We're not finishing this, by the way. We've got an hour and a half of recovery, fitness, nutrition. Yeah, it's going to be a long night for us, yeah? We're going to have some physical exercise, and we're going to get in that gym and do some bits, and we're going to get taught how to exercise correctly, safely, yeah? And then after that, we're going to have some share time. That means it's in a safe place to do so. These guys are going to start talking about what's going on for them in a safe place. We're going to get honest. We're going to talk about the stuff that's upsetting us. We dilute it by sharing. We dilute it. We talk ourselves well. We love each other well. And that's what we do at Kickback. So just before, for the guys at home, we're going to do a checkout. And the reason why we do this at every meeting. It's an opportunity to share, because we've heard certain things. People have been triggered about whatever they've heard. You know, it will be, for some people, whatever we talk about will bring back some past trauma, some childhood trauma or whatever. The last thing we want at Kickback is the person leaving this meeting, even though we're all powerless over people, what they do after this meeting, you know, is their stuff, but it's an opportunity to process it, what's going on for them, because the last thing we want is anybody going out there, selling the body, shoplifting, buying drink, buying drugs. You know, people die from that stuff, so there's an opportunity just to talk about it. Is everybody alright with that, yeah? Be as honest as you want. Obviously, remember we're on film and that. And we'll start with Ash, if that's alright. Who wants to Ash?
Yeah, thought it was really good. You know, a lot of it was very relevant to me at the moment. And I got a lot from it, so yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. John.
Yeah, thank you, mate. That was really good. I think one thing about depression is you tend to focus on yourself, but that's opened my eyes, and I do want to be getting out more and doing more for others. So, yeah, something quite like that.
Good stuff. Stephen?
Stephen, don't really get much from that. I'm here for the mental health, not the addictions. I want to keep the addictions. Cheers.
Cheers, Stephen. Thank you for your honesty.
Okay, yeah, I've got a lot of that reminding us, especially like seeing obstacles as opportunities to, you know, I grow from that. It grows patience, it grows perseverance, and yeah, it's great, good stuff.
Yeah. Cheers. And remember, be as honest as you want to be. Nobody's going to be offended. You know, we can't please everybody. We do as, you know what I mean, so be honest, yeah? Sharon?
Hi, Sharon. I just want to say, I've got right positive then, you know, gratitude and that. And I'd almost say I were on an eye. Okay. Yeah, go on there, go on there. And I'd just say that eye is a better eye than any kind of drug, injection, drink, anything like that. Like gratitude and that positivity. And anybody listening to that, I'm sure will have got something for it and think, I want to go and have a bit of that. Yeah, that sounds good. So a great meeting, I thought. Really, really good.
Thank you, Sharon. Sue?
Yeah, this person was on about gratitude. Well, I just feel so grateful to be here with such amazing people. So people should really try it, because it does give you, as Sharon says, gives you a high.
Good stuff. Kate, our friend Kate?
Yeah, really grateful. It's quite a humbling time for me at the moment. I'm just receiving my mum's just out of the blue, started to be really helpful, doing things without me asking. I became a school chaplain today.
Well done.
Well done.
And like, really, I just feel so blessed that after everything that I've put everybody through, God will still love me despite of being so self-centered. So I'm just really grateful.
Well done, Kate.
Well done, Katie.
Yeah, well done.
Hi, Bridget. I've decided I'm going to make that journal,
Yeah.
a gratitude journal. A great idea. I think everybody can do that. I know that I've got a lot out of that. And despite being triggered because of my traumas, it's something to look at when I am being triggered, you know. Looking at that rather than feeling sorry for myself. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well done, Bridget. Where are we next?
Yeah, I learned a bit from that. Slowly coming out of it, but long way to go. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm here. I thought the teaching was really good. So, thank you.
Well,
yeah, no, I will. And yeah, thanks, Mick. That was an interesting little talk, a little bit with your usual form. But now I can relate to the gratitude things. I mean, I've got a lot to be grateful for, even though my life's pretty much still next. So it's just not what good to me right now. But even without that, I'm on that high because it's too fucking nil.
Go on then.
Language will.
So right, is anybody in the anonymous corner want to say anything? No?
Just thank you for everything. Grateful for everything and everybody. You're all fantastic. Thanks to Sally and Meg for Kickback, and I hope everybody watching has enjoyed it as much as I have.
Good stuff. Anybody else in that corner? She case. So, Sally, do you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I think it's brilliant. I think it's a great reminder about, you know, a great reminder about gratitude. And I think, you know, like you say, you do that gratitude at the end of each day and do your gratitude journaling and lists and things. And it stops the resentments growing and it keeps the expectations lower as well. So thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for people at home. Like I said, this is our first one, education stuff. We will be doing these, but we are going to monitor it and it's a bit of a trial. You know, if it works and it helps people at home, I'd like people to share it and put it out there. And we'll be doing this every Thursday, 5:30. And we'll be doing it Fridays afternoons, not tomorrow, but we've got like a bit of activity tomorrow. But after that, it'll be every Friday at 1:45. Well, 2 o'clock it'll start. So recovery, education, topics around mental health, different things. Every week is a different topic, and it's quite good. So yeah, Sally, do you want to say something?
Just quickly, a couple of people at home saying, Emily, thank you, so grateful for this. Neil Chamberlain, thank you, it's been superb. A great reminder of gratitude and not to be selfish. Kickback has been brilliant in my recovery. And Paul Daniels, he said, you know, Sharon basically summed it up for him. Really enjoyed listening to everything discussed while he was painting his fence.
Good stuff. And this is the beauty of this stuff. Like, for the people who can't make a meeting, no matter where you are, you can kind of have some connection, some involvement, you know what I mean? And it's open so everybody's getting involved, yeah. So thank you for all the positivity. And yeah, we'll see you soon, yeah. We'll let you know, yeah. Thank you, everybody.